Good evening. Confidence does not come through genes, once said by Inveji. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
Labour Minister highlighted Bahrain's rich heritage. Bahrain Declaration in Europe inaugurated in Italy. Foreign Minister hailed Bahrain and India's strong ties. 11th Constituent Judicial Session for Military Prosecution Officers launched. Saudi Arabia to host 2023 UNESCO World Heritage Committee in Riyadh.
Today's news in detail. Shura Council Chairman praised His Majesty the King's enlightened vision. Shura Council Chairman Ali bin Saleh Al Sareh saluted the inauguration of the Bahrain Declaration in Europe during a ceremony held today in Rome, the Republic of Italy. He stressed the importance of the covenant in bolstering coexistence, peace and tolerance in the world, reflecting the enlightened vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. He highlighted His Majesty the King's lofty contributions to promoting the values of dialogue, coexistence and fraternity between all countries and peoples in the world. Labour Minister highlighted Bahrain's rich heritage. Labour Minister Jamil bin Muhammad Ali Humaydan received writer Hajar Nasser Al Fadala, who presented a copy of her book that documents Bahraini adages through cartoons. The minister commended the content of the book, noting that Bahrain's heritage is rich in adages and wise sayings. He praised the writer's innovative approach in turning adages into artistic cartoons that appeal to children and youngsters and contribute to conserving heritage. Bahrain Declaration in Europe inaugurated in Italy. The Kingdom of Bahrain Declaration Europe has been inaugurated during a ceremony held in Rome, the Republic of Italy. The King Hamad Global Center for Peaceful Coexistence unveiled the covenant in the presence of ambassadors, diplomats and officials. In addition to 100 students enrolled in the kingdom, King Hamad Chair for Interfaith Dialogue and Peaceful Coexistence. Addressing the ceremony, Bahrain's ambassador to Italy, Dr. Nasser Mohammed Al Balushi, said that the launch of the declaration in Europe from Italy and critical international circumstances represents a defining moment for promoting all forms of peaceful coexistence as stated in the document. Foreign Minister hailed Bahrain and India's strong ties. The Indian Embassy to the Kingdom of Bahrain yesterday held a reception part on the occasion of the Republic Day. Foreign Minister Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani attended the ceremony in the presence of ambassadors and invitees. Dr. Al Zayani congratulated the Indian Ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain, Piyush Srivastava, hailing strong historic relations binding the two friendly countries. He stressed Bahrain's keen interest in further developing joint ties in line with the directives of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the follow-up of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He highlighted long-standing ties binding the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Republic of India based on mutual respect and shared interests, stressing keenness on benefiting from India's economic and technological strides. Electricity Minister affirmed keenness to enhance cooperation with Representatives Council. Electricity and Water Authority Water Affairs Minister Yasser bin Ibrahim Al Humaydan received here yesterday the member of the Council of Representatives MP Lulba bint Ali Al Rumehi. The minister commended the role played by Bahraini women in the legislative and executive branches, praising their efforts to support the comprehensive development process led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. Humaydan affirmed the Electricity and Water Affairs Ministry's keenness to enhance cooperation with the Council of Representatives, which will contribute to improving all the services delivered to the citizens as well as preserving their rights. Now, we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain, with over a decade of existence in Bahrain. Exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com.
വാട്ടിയ വാഴയിലയിൽ കുത്തരിച്ചോറും പരിപ്പും പപ്പടവും സാമ്പാറും അവിയലും തോരനുമൊക്കെയായി ഒരു പൊതിച്ചോറ് കിട്ടിയാലോ? കൊതിച്ചു നിൽക്കാതെ വരൂ മോനോ ലൗഞ്ച് ആൻഡ് റെസ്റ്റോറന്റിലേക്ക്. സൗത്ത് ഇന്ത്യൻ, ചൈനീസ്, ഗ്രിൽ തുടങ്ങിയ വ്യത്യസ്ത രുചിഭേദങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആസ്വദിക്കാം ഫാമിലി ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ് റെസ്റ്റോറന്റായ മോനോയിൽ നിന്നും. കൂടാതെ പാർട്ടി ഹാൾ, പ്രൈവറ്റ് പാർക്കിംഗ്, ലൈസൻസ്, ഷീഷ, ലൈവ് മ്യൂസിക് എന്നിവയും ലഭ്യമാണ്. മോനോ ലൗഞ്ച് ആൻഡ് റെസ്റ്റോറന്റ് after Siam Garage, Lulu Dana Mall Road, Burhama. Contact number 7793 4111 3363 4111.
Welcome back. Housing Ministry and Sheikh Zayed Housing Program discuss cooperation. Housing and Urban Planning Minister Amna bint Ahmed Al Rumehi has paid a visit to the Sheikh Zayed Housing Program as part of her current visit to the United Arab Emirates. While meeting the director of the Sheikh Zayed Housing Program, Mohammed Al Mansouri, the minister affirmed the depth of the brotherly Bahrain-UAE relations. She also commended the pioneering programs, plans and initiatives adopted by the Sheikh Zayed Housing Program to meet the UAE citizens' housing needs. Closure of 2 lanes between Sheikh Daji Junction and Bani Atba Junction announced. The Ministry of Works has announced in cooperation with the General Directorate of Traffic of the Ministry of Interior that the improvement works on Al Fateh Highway between the Sheikh Daji Junction and Bani Atba Junction necessitate the closure of 2 lanes on stages for the southbound traffic to Mina Salman, and one lane will be provided for the traffic movement. The closure will be effective starting from Saturday 28/1/2023 from a period of 5 nights from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. All road users are requested to observe and obey the traffic rules for the safety of all. 11th Constituent Judicial Session for Military Prosecution Officers launched. Bahrain Defense Force launched the 11th Constituent Judicial Session for Military Prosecution Officers. Human Resources Chief of Staff Assistant Major General Sheikh Ali bin Rashid Al Khalifa was present. Sheikh Ali commended BDF Commander-in-Chief Field Marshal Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmed Al Khalifa's care and directives to facilitate the appropriate resources for the participants. He thanked the BDF military judiciary for organizing the courses throughout the previous years and wished the participating officers from the Gulf Cooperation Council, Armed Forces, BDF officers and the military and security agencies in the kingdom success in the course. The opening ceremony showed a documentary film about BDF and the military judiciary and its specializations. Saudi Arabia to host 2023 UNESCO World Heritage Committee in Riyadh. Saudi Arabia is set to host this year's UNESCO's World Heritage Committee in September after the country was anonymously voted committee chair, the Saudi press agency said on Wednesday. Home to Saudi Arabia's World Heritage Site Al Tuarif, Riyadh will host the committee from September 10 to 25. The World Heritage Committee will be chaired by Princess Haifa bin Abdulaziz Al Mogherin, Saudi Arabia's permanent representative to UNESCO and the chairwoman of the organization's Programs and External Relations Committee. The announcement was made at the 18th extraordinary meeting of the World Heritage Committee in Paris, which also voted to add historic sites in Yemen, Lebanon, and Ukraine to UNESCO's list of World Heritage in danger. Torrential rains and flash floods lashed Auckland. A state of emergency was declared in New Zealand's biggest city, Auckland, on Friday as torrential rains caused widespread flooding and evacuations, closing the city's airports. Auckland's Mayor Wayne Brown declared a state of emergency due to the extent of the damage, displacement and disruption caused by the weather and the need of response agencies to draw on more powers. Auckland Emergency Management said in a post on Twitter that northern, western, northwestern and western parts of the city were affected by significant flooding with conditions expected to worsen. Made in India weapons and women power showcased at Republic Day of India parade. Atmanirbharta, Self-Reliance and Nari Shakti, Women Power were the two themes on display at the Republic Day in India parade on Thursday by many of the marching contingents as well as the different Tamilites. Despite the fog and reduced visibility, a 50-aircraft grand air show was put up by the Indian Air Force IAF for President Draupadi Murmu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and others at the parade. It included 23 fighter aircraft, 18 helicopters and 8 transport aircraft alongside a Dakota aircraft, with Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi as the chief guest. A combined band and marching contingent of the Egyptian Armed Forces also participated. The Indian military showcased only indigenous equipment and weapon systems to drive home the message of self-reliance and defense. The Army's British-era 25-pounder guns, which traditionally offered the symbolic 21-gun salute, were replaced by the indigenous 105mm Indian Field Guns IFG this year. The Navy's tableau showcased a women air crew of Dornier aircraft flying overhead, highlighting the all-women crew of a surveillance sortie undertaken last year. The Make in India initiatives with the model of the new indigenous Nilgiri class ship, a Dhruv helicopter deploying marine commanders, and 3 models of autonomous unmanned systems being developed under IDEX Sprint Challenge. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shan Sultana. Good night.